Welcome to this little update. It's not going to be a long episode because we are going back to Germany on Tuesday and we've got an immense list of things to do before that. So I don't actually have time to do a big video, although there would be a lot of things to talk about and show you. So I'm gonna try and keep it as short as possible and as simple as possible. Yeah, the last week we did a lot of things. Among them, we finally finished the bathroom, and I'm going to show you a couple of pictures here. You see that we did the tiling on the wall, finished that, and finished the tiling on the floor, and then we were able to install the shower and the sink and the toilet and paint everything, which our workaways did on the last day that they were there actually. And yeah, now it's a bathroom that's working. The only thing that we didn't do was the ceiling, but that was planned to not do that now because it's just a pretty lengthy process if we want to do it in the whole of the lower floor in this area of the two bathrooms and the old kitchen. It's pretty cool to have a second bathroom with a second shower. That just makes life so much easier. Unfortunately, we also see that in the shower above, in the shower that we just built in February, the ground is moving just slightly, and that makes the space in between the tiles break, kind of, and yeah, so we have to redo some of the tiling there. It's not going to happen now, obviously, and we have to stabilize the beams that are under the bathroom, and we have plans for a wall there anyway, so that's not a big deal, but we have to do it at some point, and it's nice that we have another bathroom now, not only because we have many people, but also for when we want to redo part of that bathroom. Yeah. Other than that, we've done some work on the pool again, closing, like we had gaffer taped these holes at the corner, and yeah, our friends who arrived this week closed that with some liner that we got from the company that made the liner. And yeah, then we've started packing, which is a pretty big process and also an emotional process. And speaking of emotional processes, just yesterday I had my goodbye in the tennis club, which was super nice. We just played for a couple of hours until late in the evening actually, and then sat around and had barbecue and a couple of beers, and yeah, it was 4:30 when I got home. So I think it speaks for itself that yeah, it's a place I'm gonna miss immensely and made me really, really sad to leave. And yeah, we're gonna come back the latest in autumn for the holidays, but we'll see, maybe also before that. For going home, we needed to have a paper for our daughter who was born in February. She doesn't have a passport yet, and we actually have to apply for the passport in Germany because that's where we registered. That's also where we registered her now, because we're not staying in France for very, very long. So we had to get a special document from the German consulate in Bordeaux, and we went there this week. Pretty stressful. And another thing that we had to do before we leave was to sell the little electric car that I did a whole episode about. And it's super complicated, the whole process of selling a car here, because it all works via an online platform, which is supposed to make it easy. But the platform works with your social security number, and we don't have a social security number in France, and then it becomes a very, very complicated process. We've sold it, but the process isn't finished, the bureaucratic process, so we have to go to some place in Peorat on Monday and try to finish it. Anyway, but it's good that we sold the car, although it was a really difficult process, and we more or less got the money that we paid for the car plus the new tires we bought. So it's been really cool to have this car for 1 year, and the cost has pretty much been the little bit of electricity that it charges and the insurance, and that's all. So that was actually quite good. But also a sad moment because we had a lot of fun with this car. And then the last thing that happened this week, which is also really, really nice, is we're here right now with the other owners, and we've talked a lot about how do we continue the work on the house, and it's not in a state where we can rent it out, and what do we do with it over the winter when we might not be there for months and months. And at the same time, somebody in the tennis club was asking a young couple that they desperately need a place to stay and are looking for a place to rent, and it's very difficult to rent a place apparently here in this region. We decided to offer them to do some house sitting here in the house, which is very cool. We'll see how that works, and then carry on from there. And so all in all, a super exciting week. I'm very sad, I have to admit, to leave here. I'm not really looking forward to going home. This almost also feels like home, and I would like to finish the work on the house, although I would like to have a break also. That's cool, but and in general I just feel very much at home here. And now that the pool is usable, now it's summer, the surfing is incredible. It's just so beautiful here, and the landscape and the people. I don't really want to go. Anyway, now I'll quickly edit this, and then next week I'll talk to you from Germany about how the whole moving went. It's going to be exciting. You can press the thumbs. I don't know if you even say that in English. In Germany you say that. You wish us luck for the upcoming days. It's going to be tough and hard, and also exciting, of course, especially for the kids to see their friends and so on. Thanks for coming along this bumpy ride with us, and see you next week. Bye bye.